Welcome, everybody. I'm Maietta, president of ResearchTalk. We are honored to be talking today with Alison Hamilton, who is someone we've known and worked with for a very long time. And she's here today talking to us about a course she's presenting at the Summer Intensive. It's called Conducting Qualitative Individual, Dyadic, and Focus Group Interviews. She'll present that course on Thursday and Friday, July 25th and 26th. So we are so happy to be here to talk about this course with you.
Thanks for having me. Always fun to be together. So hi, everyone. I'm Alison, and I am an anthropologist by training. My focus for my PhD was in psychological and medical anthropology. So I definitely have a health services and healthcare and health condition dimension to my work. In terms of my jobs, my titles and so forth, I'm a professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Biobehavioral Sciences at UCLA, and I'm a research career scientist and the implementation research director at the VA Greater Los Angeles Center of Innovation. I've been with Ray and with ResearchTalk for over 20 years. This particular course is honestly one of my most favorites because one of my most favorite things to do with qualitative methods is to do interviews. And that's our focus with this course. So the fact that I get to teach folks for 2 days about interviewing is pretty much the best thing I could ask for. Really is at the heart of so much of what we do with qualitative methods is talking with people, whether that be one-on-one, two-on-one, groups. There are many different configurations that we can take with our interviewing techniques, and really knowing, how you're going to be able to handle different dynamics. And this is not to say that the things that surprise us in data collection are always or even most of the time negative, but it's, kind of having that preparation for the whole range of possible things that can happen to the extent that we can, and recognize that, there are going to be things that knock us off our feet too, sometimes for good and sometimes in really challenging ways. And having that learner's posture, which many, qualitative methodologists have spoken to, is just so critical to remember you're there to learn and for the people you're interviewing to teach you. There are all these different things that can happen during data collection that we want to anticipate as much as we can and talk through strategies for dealing with that. And that will certainly be, part of what we cover in the course. We're going to spend time on individual interviews, but we're also going to think about what it means when you're interviewing two people who might have a relationship with one another, or when you're interviewing a group of people, as in focus group interviews, recognizing that there's still going to be surprises and unanticipated twists and turns, but feeling that sense of preparation and presence, and the tools and techniques that we can use to really build toward that engagement in the actual data collection episode, and also ways that we can not only flow through the data collection, but bring it to a conclusion that feels comfortable and logical for everyone involved. And then capturing, as soon as possible after the data collection episode, how you felt, how it went, what you learned, off the cuff, so that we keep that immediacy of the data collection episode really front and center for even if it's 15 minutes after the data collection episode. That's sort of the bulk of the course. But how do we get into that, and how do we exit out of it, learn from it, and then apply what we learned to the next interview or the next project?